Welcome to the Inner Whisper. Your sacred pause to return to yourself is Vane. Thank you for being here again with me. This week, we began by talking about intention. Those choices many of us make at the beginning of the year, moving our bodies, taking better care of ourselves, returning to something we know supports us. Not because we have to, but because we genuinely want to. And maybe you have noticed something. The intention's still there, the goal too, but the motivation has shifted. You know what you want to return to, and still you stopped. Not because you don't care, not because you changed your mind, but because there's a very human moment between intention and action. That moment when you say, "Today I will start again," and the day passes and you don't. Today I want to stay here, not to pressure you, but to understand what happens in that space when you want to do it, but you don't. That void between intention and action is more common than we admit. Because deciding, I will move my body, I will take care of myself, I will return to this habit, it's very different from arriving at the actual moment when it's time to do it. Often the intention doesn't fail, the experience does. When returning feels like pressure, like obligation, or like punishment for not having done it, the body resists. And this is not just mental, the body learns through sensation, through how something feels while you're doing it. If every attempt you return comes from guilt or self demand, your system begins to associate that habit with tension. And then procrastination appears, not as laziness, but as protection. Protection from starting imperfectly, from repeating disappointment, from beginning again and stopping again. So you postponed, and then remorse shows up. That inner voice saying, I should have done it, I didn't do it today. And that's where something breaks. Not because of the pause, but because of how you speak to yourself afterward. But here's where a shift is possible. Instead of entering with judgment, enter with curiosity. And this looks like asking yourself, what actually happened today? Am I tired, overloaded, trying to return from guilt? And then a question that opens space. How would I feel to try again today without using the past against me? Probably if you come from that curiosity, you will feel amazing because you know you did it and you will be a step closer to your goal. And not to do it perfectly, not to recover what's lost, just to re enter the experience. Because motivation doesn't appear out of nowhere, it's cultivated. It grows when you take a small step that feels possible and your body receives a different message. This supports me. And from there, returning feels lighter. As you listen, you may recognize yourself here. You want to return, the intention is alive, but you're not sure how to do it without forcing yourself. Because wanting to return and how you treat yourself in that return are not the same thing. So I want to share something simpler, something more human with these three paths. The first path, name how you feel and stay with it. Before doing anything, pause. Acknowledge what's present. Maybe it's tiredness, fear, pressure, remorse. Naming it isn't about judging yourself. It's about stopping the internal fight. Bring the attention to the body. Wear it hard. Breathe there for a few moments. Then ask yourself, what is the smallest tiny step I can take right now without forcing myself? Might not be the ideal step, but the possible one right now. And remember, that step is not the goal, it's the bridge to get you closer to where you want to be. The second path, replace remorse with curiosity. When the voice says, I didn't do it again, don't follow it. Ask instead, what would help me begin again? Curiosity creates the space. Judgment shuts it down. When curiosity replaces remorse, energy returns to the body instead of getting stuck in the mind. And the third path, choose a possible step and begin again. From curiosity, returning becomes clear. It's no longer a demand, it's a choice. You don't return to compensate for the pause. You return because you're still committed to yourself. And when you return one step, one gesture that doesn't abandon you, that's how you begin again without breaking yourself. That's how you move forward with intention. Now, let all of this move from the thought into the body. Nothing to solve, just being and breathing. Let's do our breath of light, always inhaling through the nose, exhaling with a sigh through the mouth. Inhale gently and slowly exhale, releasing pressure. Inhale into the chest and release, softening remorse. Third breath. Inhale, opening to the possibility of beginning again. And exhale, releasing remorse. Let the breath return to its natural rhythm. Feel the sensations in your body. Maybe today you didn't resolve everything. Maybe you're still between intention and action. And still, something important happened. You didn't leave yourself. You noticed, you stayed, you consider returning without punishment. That is movement. That is commitment. We often believe we need certainty to continue, but life doesn't ask for certainty. It asks for presence. And I want to close with a reminder from Martin Luther King Jr. He said, "You don't have to see the whole staircase. You just take the first step." He didn't say the biggest one. He didn't say the perfect one. The one that is possible today. I want to leave you with this mantra. You can say it out loud or quietly. I meet myself with curiosity. I choose a possible step. I trust my process. If this episode resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video so we can expand our community. And you are always welcome to leave a comment. Share what touched you today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for returning one step at a time. I'll see you on Friday. Until then, love deeply, shine brightly, and embrace your journey. Ciao.